Hey, good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be trading some Tesla for you. I just finished my trading with my group of guys that I trade with every single morning, and I moved over here to Tesla. I did a couple of quick trades and decided to make a recording about it. So I did mark out these pivot lines early. So I'm going to explain to you about why these are here, how to scalp Tesla or scalp generally, and what indicators that I use. So if you watch any of my trading, any of my videos on my channel, you know that I have a lot of custom scripts. I offer them totally for free. And I'm not in a rush right now because I don't have FOMO. If you like what you see, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. So let me go into a little bit about how come all these lines are here. So I go ahead and I put these in before I start trading any stock. And they might seem random, but they're not. And let me just make sure I can't see under I'm panning back here. Underneath my picture is some of my tools that are on my charts all the time. So PM means pre-market high of the day before today. So I'd say PM high last. This is the PM pre-market high for today, right there. And then wherever I have a pivot, I'll say either open session pivot or a pre-market pivot. And those are when the stock turns around. So I mark those. And if you haven't seen people do that, you may think that's strange, but what it really means is they're probably not very experienced, because this is what you do if you're a scalper. These work. Now maybe they're just so good they don't need to do it. I'm not going to go down that road. Here's your pre-market low marked out. This only takes a few minutes, and I highly recommend you do it because for whatever reason, they end up being pretty well respected. I trade with a lot of brokers, former brokers, and we talk a lot about the high frequency algorithms. We talk a lot about why certain lines are respected. So whether it's self-fulfilling prophecy, because there's so many of us doing it, or whether we're all fighting against these high frequency algorithms, they're called out pretty accurately. So I'll show you that today. That's one of the things I wanted to show you that seems to be not talked about a lot. Been starting to watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm surprised that nobody really talks about this, because this is, if you're a true scalper, other than a high momentum, I've seen a couple really good high momentum traders online, and they have a whole nother thing going on, and I do some of that too on light speed, and I use hotkeys, and that's a different type of trading than what I'm going to show you today. This is sort of a hybrid of a swing trend and scalping, but it's in and out fast like scalping. So that's what I'm going to say about that. A little bit about my setup. I don't want to get redundant because I do this a lot. This is a 1 minute. This is a 5 minute. I have the MACD. I have the enhanced volume indicator here. I have the seller's indicator. My level 2. This is a 10 minute chart down here, so I can see a little bit bigger moves as the day goes on. I usually stop trading around 10. But I had a little bit more time today, so I wanted to show you, make a quick video and trade a little bit more. So again, here's my tools that I put on my charts. And there's the daily moving averages that move over into the any other increment of see, here it is, like here's a 50-day. Not going to come into effect here, but there's a 20-day. Now Tesla's all over the board, and there's the 200-day. But those are actual dailies, not 200 5-minute increments. Very important to get those marked out, because when they do come across when you're trading, very important. A little bit more. This standard volume profile is set up for the day. I have a video about how to do that. When you put it in, it's not set up for the day. As you can see, this is right where you're trading. This is the zone where the stuff's happening. This is what they call the point of control. I call it the magnet. If it starts to get up in this area, it's really important to pay attention to that. That's another thing for volume. The seller's indicator is my main go-to. This is also available on my channel. And the red line only represents sellers. So if there's a lot of volume and the sellers are up here, then that stock is dropping. If there's a lot of volume and there's no sellers, that means it's going to go up. If you look at the chart, there it goes. So it's just really that simple. This is a really good indicator to jump on. You got to look at it like People would say, well, that's already happened. You're right, it has already happened. Okay, it's true. You can't get an indicator that tells the future. I'm sorry. So you have to kind of think about it and think about the logic of that, right? When you have a lot of volume, it's picture a big wave in the ocean and you're on a surfboard and you're trying to catch that wave, right? So if that is that much volume of buyers, you should be able to jump on that wave and catch that wave. So that's why knowing this stuff is important. Then you just got to know when to get off and don't hit the rocks, or whatever. So you got to, cut your losses when it turns around. So if it starts to, if these down here, you can see these are showing you the sentiments of the ask and the bid within the candle itself. So look at all the bids. Look at all the buyers in here and few sellers, and look at the stock going up. Now it's about to hit one of my open session pivots. Will it be respected? It looks like it blew through it twice already here. But look at this in the opening here. It went to the second one and turned right around. So these support and resistance lines, pretty important to have when you're trying to get in and out. So I'll be trading with 250 share increments. I'm not going to trade a lot. I wanted to make this more of a little bit of tutorial about how to trade. I do have my daily chart down here that I use too. I'll expand that up when I start to see if there's any big trend lines, because Tesla is out of control. That they're not, it's very hard to do long-term trend lines with Tesla. It's one of the reasons I like trading it, because it's like the Wild West. It's wild, and it's a lot of fun. I love to scalp, and I love the risk. I love the risk, but you've got to be careful. So I've already made my nut today, which is great, and I have a little cushion. So if I mess up trading with you, that'll be fine. So, now look what's happening here. It's broke through one, it stopped near the other. The sellers are going up with this volume. It's still more buyers, but it's having trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and short that and hope that I've made the right call. It looks like it's turning around. See, the sellers are at the top. There's just red showing down here. And I'm just going to try to do a quick one. And it should have turned around. So I already had some money there, but I think I just made like close to $100 on that trade. In and out very quick. Don't get greedy. Just when you see it, get it. And with Tesla, and it's not with all stocks, but like I trade the SQQs a lot, which is the derivative, it's a derivative of an ETF, the QQQ. And their spread is just a penny or two. But Tesla will jump 10, 15, 20 cents. So if you can get in on the bid, that you want the best price to buy, and then get out on the ask. These are really close today right now, actually, because the volume slowed way down. Yeah, 451,000 volume is slow for Tesla. I mean, this morning when I went over and took a look at it, it was 5 million on the first candle. I mean, that's why it's so exciting to trade. So now we have to watch this going down, right? So now it's coming down. The sellers are at the top. It's all red here. Watching volumes, pretty important. You can look at this indicator. It's getting closer to trying to leave this magnet, the whole magnet area. There's the line down there. And it might get some support down here on the VWAP. I don't see it yet. I would look more down here to get into a buy, but I am going to watch it to either keep shorting it, or if it's going to turn around here to buy it. It looks like it's going to turn around to me. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can join the bid on this dip. All right, it went up right when I joined it. What are you going to do, right? So that's unfortunate. Still, I probably would have been down at this point. I was trying to get it at 68 up here. So it's joined the ask already, and now it's starting to go up. So I'm just going to go ahead, and there we go. So I got another 100 and something. So I could see that happen, and I hope you could see it with me. As it was going up, it was wavering, and then you see more buyers coming in down here. Guys, it's that simple. It's not a huge lot of rocket science like it seems to be being made when I watch some of these videos on YouTube. But you have to have the right tools. You do need the right tools. And, I know a lot of people that can get very good at this within a year or two and make a living, which is when I'm going to try to focus and get my message out. to make a living doing this. It can go very wrong because one of the main things, this will be the last lesson I teach, and I want to keep the video shorter. One of the main things is as a species, right, we can't admit we're wrong. We can't admit we're wrong. So we hold on, whether it's going up or going down. And we say, certainly can't go any higher, certainly can't go any lower, whether we're shorting or going long. And then we pray, and then we, no, that's it, no, just cut your loss, cut your loss. Immediately, if it doesn't go, what is that phrase, if it doesn't break out, bail out. If it doesn't go the way you want, get a $20 loss, $50 loss, even a $200 loss, just get out, because then you can make it back if you have that rule. And your accuracy, my accuracy runs at 86 to 92% now. I can still lose money with that accuracy. You can still make bad calls if you hold the losers too long, right? People with 51% accuracy can make big money. You only have to have that 1% if they're making the right choices, right? So, and I do recommend, by the way, you record yourself, you learn from those recordings where you're making mistakes or making the right moves, that you keep track of your metrics. Most people use TraderView, but you can do it yourself. A piece of paper and pencil. And then you can really look at, like, hey, where's my strong points, my weak points, tweak it until you start having, I think my today was over 5,000. I try to get between 1,000 and 5,000 every day. And I don't trade very long to do that. And I'm not bragging. I'm just, and I have terrible bad days. I really do. But for the most part, I'm successful. So anyway, I just wanted to get out the basic lessons about what my group and we feel is what true scalping is, how you can do it and do it effectively if you use the right tools and you set yourself up for success with, putting out your pivot lines and then understanding them. Take some time and understand what they mean. I hope you guys like what you see. I hope you're very successful trading, and thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you out there.